Before we dive into what might be the most explosive chain reaction the Dodgers have triggered in years, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because what you're about to hear is not just another rumor, not just another off-season headline, but a front office chess move that could completely reshape the Dodgers' future and the entire balance of power in Major League Baseball. The moment the Dodgers finalized the Kyle Tucker signing, the reaction around the league was instant. Front offices paused. Insiders started connecting dots. And rival executives quietly admitted something that Dodgers fans are only just beginning to realize. This move didn't just add a superstar bat. It set off a domino effect that makes one massive trade feel less like speculation and more like inevitability. And at the center of that inevitability is one name that keeps coming up in hushed conversations across baseball circles: Tarik Skubal. At first glance, the Kyle Tucker signing looks like a classic Dodgers flex. A premier outfield bat, elite production, postseason experience, and a left-handed swing built for October baseball. But when you zoom out and look at how the Dodgers operate, this move tells a much deeper story. The Dodgers don't make signings in isolation. Every contract, every extension, every trade is part of a long-term blueprint. And Tucker's arrival didn't just fill a lineup spot. It closed a chapter and opened another one that points directly toward pitching dominance. For years, the Dodgers have lived by one principle above all else. You can never have enough elite pitching. Especially frontline pitching. Especially the kind that wins short series in October. And as powerful as the Dodgers lineup now looks, the front office knows exactly where championships are decided. They're decided on the mound, under pressure, when there's nowhere to hide and no margin for error. That's where the Tucker signing becomes more than just offense. It becomes leverage. With Tucker in the fold, the Dodgers suddenly freed themselves from an internal logjam. Outfield depth that once felt untouchable is now flexible. Prospects once considered essential now become assets. And payroll allocation that might have been spread thin is suddenly laser-focused. The Dodgers didn't just add a bat. They created the perfect conditions to strike. Around the league, scouts and executives are already whispering the same thing. The Dodgers are positioning themselves for a blockbuster pitching move. And not just any arm. They're targeting a true ace in his prime, cost-controlled, dominant, and built for postseason warfare. Tarik Skubal checks every single box. Skubal isn't just another all-star caliber pitcher. He's become one of the most feared left-handed arms in baseball. His velocity plays up late. His command has taken a massive leap. And his ability to miss bats in big moments has turned heads everywhere. When teams talk about pitchers who can walk into Dodger Stadium in October and silence a crowd, Skubal's name comes up immediately. But here's the key detail that makes this feel inevitable rather than hypothetical. The Dodgers now have exactly what it takes to make the Tigers say yes. Detroit isn't rebuilding blindly anymore. They're transitioning. They want controllable bats. They want MLB-ready talent. They want impact players who can change their lineup immediately, not 5 years from now. And after the Tucker signing, the Dodgers can make an offer that hurts but doesn't cripple them. That's the difference. Before Tucker, trading for Skubal would have forced the Dodgers to expose a weakness. Now, it allows them to deal from surplus. Think about how the Dodgers lineup looks right now. Power. Balance. Left-right versatility. Postseason experience. The front office didn't accidentally create this structure. They built it knowing exactly what move comes next. When insiders say the Dodgers are lining things up, this is what they mean. There's also a financial layer that most fans overlook. Skubal's contract situation is incredibly attractive for a team like the Dodgers. Controlled years. Predictable cost. Prime performance window. When you pair that with a major free agent signing like Tucker, it's not reckless spending. It's cost optimization. The Dodgers aren't choosing between stars. They're stacking them in the most efficient way possible. And make no mistake, rival teams see it coming. Executives from contending clubs are already bracing for it. Because once the Dodgers add another frontline ace to their rotation, the conversation shifts from "can anyone stop them?" to "who's fighting for second place?" What makes this situation even more fascinating is the timing. The Dodgers didn't rush this. They waited. They let the market develop. They let other teams spend. They let rumors swirl. And then they struck with precision. Kyle Tucker was the signal. The green light. The move that told the league the Dodgers are done waiting. And if you think the Tigers haven't noticed, think again. Detroit knows exactly what Skubal is worth. They also know when the leverage starts to tilt. As more teams drop out of the race or commit resources elsewhere, the Dodgers become the cleanest, most logical trade partner. That's when inevitability sets in. There's also the human element. Skubal fits the Dodgers' pitching philosophy perfectly. Development, data, efficiency, health optimization. This is where pitchers take another leap. Around baseball, players talk. And pitchers especially know what happens when you enter the Dodgers system. Careers extend. Peaks rise. Pressure is managed. October becomes an opportunity, not a burden. Now imagine Skubal stepping onto the mound in Dodger blue with this lineup behind him. Imagine a postseason rotation where every game feels like a mismatch. Imagine opposing teams trying to survive a short series knowing they have to beat elite pitching every single night. That's not just intimidating. That's demoralizing. This is why insiders aren't debating if the Dodgers will make another move. They're debating when. And when you connect all the dots, the answer becomes clear. The Kyle Tucker signing didn't complicate a Skubal trade. It simplified it. It removed obstacles. It clarified priorities. It gave the Dodgers exactly what they needed to push their chips to the center of the table. For fans, this is the part where excitement turns into expectation. The Dodgers aren't done. Not even close. This front office doesn't operate in half measures. When they decide to go all in, they go all in with precision, patience, and overwhelming force. Every rumor, every report, every quiet comment from insiders points in the same direction. The Dodgers are loading up for a run that could define the next era of baseball. Kyle Tucker was the headline. Tarik Skubal is the aftershock. And the rest of the league knows it. So the real question isn't whether this trade happens. It's whether anyone can stop what comes next. If this move goes down, the Dodgers won't just be contenders. They'll be the standard. The measuring stick. The team everyone else is chasing. And that's why this signing matters more than people realize. It's not the end of the story. It's the beginning of something much bigger. If you want to stay ahead of every breaking development, every insider update, and every move the Dodgers are about to make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Skubal trade is inevitable now? Or do the Dodgers have one more surprise up their sleeve? Because one thing is certain. The Dodgers aren't finished. And baseball is about to feel it.